So negative 65 degrees in standard position is going to be in quadrant 4. Okay, so we drop maybe somewhere around there. So there's our negative 65 degrees. Okay, we have a reference triangle here. And we want to use the symmetry and to find other positions. In this case, sharing the same y coordinate, it's going to be in this position over here. Okay, it's going to give us this position, and we measure that angle in this way. And that angle, we can use all sorts of symmetry. We can use the formula for this type of symmetry. Symmetry across here is a y symmetry. So we can use a formula for sine. So it's 180 minus negative 65 is going to give us positive 245 degrees. We can just add that here because we know the reference angles are the same. We can find out the angle in here is going to be 25 degrees, and we can go backwards 25 degrees from the 270. So that's a good time to maybe mention that you really need to have this ingrained in your brain, these positions here. Okay, the 90, 180, 270, that's very important. So the other part of this says, find the standard position angle that's in quadrant 2 that has the same reference angle. Well, quadrant 2 angle is going to be this one here, so it's going to be directly opposite to give us the same reference triangle. Okay, so there's our position. The angle measured in that direction is going to be 180 plus negative 65, so it's going to be 115 degrees. Okay, so there's our quadrant 2 angle. And then what are the sine, cos, and tangent ratios for negative 65 degrees? Well, since negative 65 degrees is not a special angle, we can just use our calculators to generate those values. Okay, so going to my calculator here. Sorry, I don't have my calculator handy, but okay, so going to my calculator values for a sine of 65 degrees. So I get sine 65 is equal to positive it's negative 65 degrees, isn't it? So 65 degrees negative, and the sine of it is going to give me negative, so it's in quadrant 4, it's going to give me negative 0.906. Okay, cosine of negative 65 degrees is going to give me, it's in quadrant 2, so it's positive 0.4226. So I'm going to round that to 23. And the tangent of negative 65 degrees, it's got negative slope. So when I do negative 65 tan, I get a slope of negative 2.1445. So I'm going to round that to 45. Okay, so these are, if I want to go from an angle description of that shape to a ratio description of that shape, I need to use my calculator.